with people and creating a community of great minds and values.
This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio.
My name is Frank Idemudia Alapa. That's my name. Talking sports is my game, and I am the greatest. I love listening to Elegbete TV Radio. For undiluted, unadulterated, it's probably replicated but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Elegbete TV Radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Elegbete TV Radio, redefining broadcasting. Listen.
All right, guys, I feel like a rock and roll singer this morning. It's Thursday. They say sing along Thursday. I don't know how many people that are singing along on the road, on the streets, anywhere. Probably in the shower. Everybody's singing in the shower, don't you? I don't know, but I used to sing in the shower like secondary school days. But lately, when I got past that too singing thing, what I used to do in the shower was work up my dribbling skill, what I should have done in that game that I didn't do. Next game, I'm going to do it. And then I got past that. In the last 20 years, I've been analyzing in the studio. In the bathroom, that's when I do some of the greatest analysis, situation. When I was in Brilla, I'll be calculating what's the tough question that somebody's going to ask me, Tony or the caller or someone. How do I deal with the Chelsea fan, the Arsenal fan, the Man U fan, the Liverpool fan, the Barcelona fan, Real Madrid fan? What about, the regular football people? What question they're going to throw up there that I will need to deal with, how I deal with it? And then, the regular in my head are like, okay, this game that happened, this is the possible way every other presenter out there would analyze this thing. This is how I'm going to do it. Wow, it used to be nice anyway. My name is Ndafi Matthias. You love to call me the Elegbete on Sports. This is the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. You're streaming live on the YouTube channel, Elegbete TV Sports. Let's have some fun this Thursday morning for the next 1 hour. We've got a meeting with YouTube, so I'm not sure we're going to have added time. I'm not sure. I've got a whole lot to deal with. Breakfast to take care of, meeting to attend, and then another meeting again. I got serious, so like 4 different meetings to deal with today. So definitely, I am not sure we're going to have extra time, but let's also pray that the network does not misbehave. Timothy Dembo's finished his exam, so next week we'll be having Timothy Dembo's report as corner. Thank you to every one of you who reached out to him and give him a shout out and told him wish him success in his exams and all that. I've been missing his news segment. I won't lie, I've missed it so much. If you've not followed him on Instagram or X or Twitter as we call it, or X now as it's currently called, is at TMT_Deimbo. Deimbo is spelled DEHINBO. TMT, like the money team, okay? TMT _ Deimbo, okay? Timothy, TMT is Timothy, okay? Just follow him and give him some good heart, give him some good love on Instagram and on X. Let him know that you appreciate what he does for the show, moving the show forward. Everybody's contribution matters a whole lot, and he gives us value, like intricate value. Talking about value, today England will play against Greece. A Greek player died, Baldo, who used to play for Southampton, who's moved on to Panathinaikos, was found dead at the age of 31 in a swimming pool in Greece. And that's a put a bit of twist to the game today. Tonight, Greece has always been one team that England plays. Either they win, ridiculously, or they struggle against them. A famous David Beckham moment some years ago was against Greece. Some key football moment. But hey, whatever happens tonight, Harry Kane is not going to be there because he's injured. But the strange thing is, Ollie Watkins might not start. Might not start. And there's a talk of Jude Bellingham playing a first nine so that he can accommodate England Player of the Year, Cole Palmer. in the middle, or probably he plays as a false nine and Jude Bellingham plays in the midfield. But Ollie Watkins will not play. So the question is always, what does Ollie Watkins needs to do? What does he need to do to be regarded as the heir apparent to the throne of what's it called, Harry Kane? I'm not saying Harry Kane is retiring tomorrow. That's not what I am saying. But if Harry Kane is not playing, like for like should be the idea. But somehow seems like no matter what Ollie Watkins does, there's always going to be like write off the opposition and say, "Oh, I beg you, who are they?" That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we can really step it up and look at it and say to ourselves, you know what, we can beat Libya home and away, or probably win at home and go away and draw. We're still top of the group. You know, if we get another 4 points to the 4 points we already have, it's going to be 8 points. You know, I don't know if you get my drift. You know, all of those are part of the conversation. I don't know if you guys are seeing the views. The internet is because sometimes it seems like it's freezing here. You guys, please put in the comment section. Let me know if we're streaming live or we're not. If you guys are seeing me. Okay, I'm seeing a comment from Malari Waju here. Let me know if you're seeing me or not. Please let me know. I really wish I get to see the comment from you guys that guarantees that you can see me and the show can run. Because right now I'm a bit worried whether you guys are seeing me or not, and it's not really the best. So let me know. Just let me know anyway. While we're taking it one step at a time. Okay, Tosi says I can see you. Yemi says we can see you. Okay, so let's keep the show going because it was frozen, and then it's free now. Anyway, it's free. It's running. I thought it was freezing, like really, really freezing. Okay, so let's keep the show running. Let's not delay the show because honestly speaking, we don't have any extra time today. It's a crazy day for me, and it's going to be a lot more crazier as the day goes by. It's got a lot of work on my hand, a lot of heavy duty load to carry, but let's take it one step at a time. And all of those things, I don't know which one you missed out on, but I was talking about Ollie Watkins. What does he need to do to break into the England national team first starting lineup when Harry Kane is not available? Because from what we're hearing today, what is it called? Jude Bellingham or Kopama will alternate. Like if Jude Bellingham is going to play the first nine, Kopama will play in the 10th position. If Jude Bellingham is going to play in the 10th position, Kopama will play in the first nine position. Now, while that is good tactically for them, but you would have thought that if we have a striker and the striker is not around, like for like, the next striker comes in, the other is straight away Ollie Watkins, who's another striker but who plays differently from Harry Kane, comes in and becomes the number one guy up front there. But seems like Lee Carly is just saying, you know what, you're good, but still stay on the bench. Like Southgate did to you, still stay on the bench. I want to have more midfielders in this game. I want to play first nine. I don't need a point man, that kind of thing. I don't know if it affects the confidence of the player. I also talked about the Man City, why does it sound like I'm saying Man City? Man City's game landmark or tribunal ruling that break the stronghold of the ATP rule, associated third party partner, something like that, rule that makes it impossible before for extra money to come into football. Now that changed. If he goes on, if there is no rule stopping it, it does look like a club like Newcastle might just become the biggest club in England, and they might dominate English football for as long as forever, until probably the Crown Prince or the royal household of Saudi Arabia feels like, okay, we're no longer interested in football. Because what is coming, you would say I said it, the floodgate, so it's like this now, right? It's like this. And this is like what is supposed to pass. This is a cash flow that's supposed to pass in. Come on your mind for where your mind do. Don't stop thinking rubbish. This is a cash flow. It can't pass. Now it's been open. Flow. It's a tsunami of money that is coming. And that means that the first time I saw such kind of thing happen in football was in 1986 when Silvio Berlusconi bought AC Milan, and that changed the way football business was done forever. Silvio Berlusconi bought AC Milan, and between 1986 up until the mid-90s, AC Milan went from just a regular, old team to one team that were unbeatable. This whole invisible unbeaten run, AC Milan started it. Buying star players, AC Milan started. Galactico era, AC Milan started it. Three wonder players in a team, the Dutch trio of Ruud Gullit, Franco van Basten, and Frank Rijkaard, AC Milan started it. Buying player over the top, AC Milan started it. And, it paid off. And then some other people, started doing it. Then again, a certain Roman Abramovich came out of nowhere, ninth richest man in the world at the time, bought Chelsea. The rest, as they say, you know that. I don't need to remind you. 2 Champions League, 2 UEFA Cup, is it 3? Later, 3 finals of the UEFA Champions League, 2 won, 1 lost. And, many other titles like the English League, the Carabao Cup or Calabar Cup, the FA Cup, and plenty star players coming and going later. The rest, as I say, is history. The Chelsea's project is now in reboot again. So, with that, there's going to be plenty of money available to Saudi team. I'm feeling for my club Arsenal. Okay, so let me tell you how it is. I'm looking at Arsenal and I'm saying that, yes, even though Arsenal's owner is also one of the richest club owner, the disadvantage for Arsenal is that this man has got 7 sporting franchise. 7. The Avalanche, the clubs that he's got, there are so much. The SoFi Stadium, thank God they've completed it. So that stadium is producing money. But it means that instead of concentrating all that money in Arsenal, it's going to share it among 7 people. While the Saudi people, their money is limited. You see, to his days, there are no numbers. Okay? To their money, there are no numbers. It's endless. They are like the sands. I think that Saudi people are the people that God made that promise of Abraham to, that your wealth shall be like the sands of the seashores, because their money plenty. They all drink one oil, well, say, use all that money to fund Newcastle. Newcastle might go on to win quadruple: Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, League Cup, League title, everything, World Club Championship, anything that is playable for club. Newcastle might go on to go and win it. That's the way I'm saying it. I'm projecting that if everything go the way they are. I don't know about you. You guys share your thoughts on that one. But aside all this football, I want to ask, have you ever had an accident or seen an accident happen in the Nigerian road? That thing that people do when accident happen, they come down and they go and slap the other driver and they say, I will deal with you. Do you know who I am? Is it really necessary? And isn't it about time we start talking about it and stopping it? It's an accident. If an accident happens, it's not supposed to be your insurance and my insurance. Now, if we start asking for insurance like this, wouldn't it help in making people know that, I'm supposed to have an insurance, so insurance is supposed to be. And then again, Nigerian insurance companies, so I need to try. They need to do advert. If you live in the US, I don't know why lawyers don't do advertisements in Nigeria. Lawyers, medical practitioners don't do advertising in Nigeria, but in the US they do. But if you see the way insurance companies, like in the US, top number 1 advertisers are food people. In their former life, Americans are not say food shop. True to God. The way they advertise food in America, American people, you should come in the comment section and confirm whether I'm talking the truth or I'm lying. The way they advertise food in America, that's why obesity is very high in America. Food and drugs and lawyers and the major people who pay for advertising in the US. Food people, drug people, lawyers, all those injury lawyers, all those lawyers really look for class suits to sue people. Which other one again? Which other people again? They do advert for US. US people come and complete it for me. Not is more. Even people when they say tacos, they do advert for America. Tacos, roadside, more like roadside shawarma seller. They do advert. That's how America is. Everything about them are food. The food go kill them. Food be their problem. Like Nigerians too. Nigerians like food. That's why any problem we get, they must give us rice. Once anything happen, Nigerian government, give them rice. When I go cook that special Nigerian jollof rice and the problem solved. The solution to all Nigerian problem is rice. Just give us rice. We're good. Let's go and cook jollof rice. Why the solution to all Nigerian church people now? Blood of Jesus. Pay tithe and offering. Blood of Jesus. Take over. Okay. But I'm just asking, why have you ever, if you have done it, think about it. Is it the right thing? Somebody hit your car from back or brush you on the side and you come down and you're trying to roll up your sleeve, you're trying to set blow, punch somebody. Is it the right thing to do? Isn't it like, okay, as you buy the car, so if you buy car 10 million or 5 million or even 1 million, you're supposed to go do insurance and then comprehensive insurance. Adam, join up, do that insurance, finish. And then whatever happened thereafter, anytime I see that happen, say insurance cover you. The other day, let me share one experience. So I went to my school, Ecobit. So I was coming back, I didn't drive. I mean, if I say I didn't drive, I realize I get one good motor, why not drive? Now my out of this, leave my blood out of this, I'll put my blood in this one. I was like, okay, no problem. Leave out. So sometimes I just don't. My car is like a wheelbarrow. It's only for within the estate, drive around here, take care of things here. Anything outside that one, nah. Don't push your luck. That's what I always tell myself. Essay, don't push your luck. Don't go and overdo it. Because if you go overdo now, you will cause problem. And I don't like to cause problem. So I like to do the things within my powers so that I don't go and start saying, I think, say, come and help me push this one, towing van. No, I don't want all those kind of things. I like to be in my small space and do my thing the best way that I can. And that way I do it. So I was coming that day and somehow I was in a bus. And one thing lead to the other way. People are talking dumbest shit I've ever heard. He said, if a person get that money, just buy property, buy land. You're not even supposed to do all those paperwork. Have you ever started a conversation with somebody and that moment somebody says something and in that moment you fucked up? Like, hey God, I'm not supposed to join this conversation. In my head, I'll be like, okay, so what am I going to say to this man now? What am I going to say? What's the next thing I'm supposed to say to balance the equation in this conversation? Because what this guy is saying now is rubbish, and there are a lot of people in the bus who already agree with the guy, like, okay, that's the right thing to do. It's like people saying, if you buy a car, no need to insure. If you know, say you sabi drive well, no need for insurance. Insurance now just waiting until they shop person money. Even in my rotting car, say get insurance, comprehensive, that matter. I have to say, the motor they drive only within this area. Who want to jam you? Now you want to jam yourself. You want to drive and jam the fence, then they'll call you. I say, just leave it like that. It's just something that I like to do. It's a good bad habit that I have that I just like to do. It's like wearing seatbelt. If I want to reverse the car from here to here, I go wear seatbelt. It's one, what makes people not to insure things. Why? I remember when I took my cameras to go and to try and insure my cameras one time, and the guy in the insurance company was not telling me, boss, why you waste your time? Sure, you be grown up now, you handle your things well. You pray make it spoil. This type of thing don't need insurance. I said, no worry, let me pay. The day when this thing for grand scatter or with the travel aeroplane, once it happen, now come pay me. So no need for all this plenty talk. And I paid. I've been paying like that for it every year, small like that. They pay that one small like that. They go. But people don't want to do insurance. Why? What is making people not to do insurance in Nigeria? Because we keep saying that we want a Nigeria that is good, a good Nigeria, a Nigeria where everybody can get what they need. But there are basic things that we don't do. We don't do life insurance. We don't do health insurance. We don't do car insurance. We don't do house insurance. We don't like to do the paperwork for our houses. But we want a Nigeria that is good. All of those things, not the government too. Now me and you. And if we not form that habit and we not pass them on to our children, that's the same way they will still be living. I just want your opinion. I just want you guys to talk about that. While we talk about the Ollie Watkins, Harry Kane, Bellingham, and Kopama, situation with the England national team. And then there are other games that are going to go down to tonight. Somewhere in Australia, New Caledonia beat Papua New Guinea 3-1. As we're talking right now, Solomon Island are losing 1-0 to Fiji. It's 65 minutes on the clock. There are a lot of games in Asia. There's going to be, the funny thing is Australia and Oceania qualification. Australia left that one and they said they want to play in Asia. Like, these people, they are too weak. We don't want to be qualifying from there. We want to go and qualify from another side. So Australia will play against China. Jordan will play against South Korea. Uzbekistan will play against Iran. Bahrain playing against Indonesia. Oman playing against Kuwait. Qatar playing against Kyrgyzstan. United Arab Emirates, UAE, or Dubai people, they are playing against North Korea. Yes, the nuclear weapon people. Iraq playing against Palestine. Saudi Arabia playing against Japan. You thought the war in that area, they still play football. They're still playing football. And without the bombing, I've never heard that they bomb inside the stadium. You see, football is good. Israel. Okay, so Australia is not playing in Australia. It's not playing in Oceania qualifiers. Israel is not playing in Asia because there's no place in that region that they will land. How would you play a match Israel versus Pakistan? Everybody will carry gun and bomb around their body. They run. They're trapped. Pump! They are pushing the goal. They'll throw bomb on the goalkeeper. God, I beg you. So Israel will play against France. France that have refused to support Israel. This match would have some beefing in it. And then you have Italy versus Belgium. That's a very neighbors battle. That's a very close one. And then you also have Austria versus Kazakhstan, England versus Greece, Finland versus Ireland, Norway versus Slovenia. You have Latvia versus North Macedonia, Faroe Island versus Armenia. All those ones where they help Cristiano Ronaldo increase goal. Moldova versus Andorra, Gibraltar versus San Marino. All of these ones, they are goal donors. And then you have in South America where the real battle is Bolivia versus Colombia, Ecuador versus Paraguay, Venezuela versus Argentina, or Argentina as they like to call it. Well, in Africa, because Nigeria is not playing today does not mean there are no games. There are games in Africa. So the African Cup of Nations qualification, Namibia will play against Zimbabwe today. Cape Verde, or Capo Verde, as they call it when I was there, will play against Botswana. And then you have DR Congo. One of my colleagues back in the day called it Dr. Congo. DR Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, playing against Tanzania. Ghana playing against Sudan. And for those people looking for places to travel to Tanzania, Zanzibar, some very good places to travel to. Tanzania is a very good place to go to. Okay. Sudan playing against Algeria, Togo playing against, Ghana playing against Sudan, sorry. And then you have Algeria, Togo, Burkina Faso, Burundi. There is also the Sekafa Championship for under 20. Rwanda under 20 will play against Kenya, and you have Central and East African Confederation, just in case you don't know. Tanzania playing against Sudan. That's the one in that region. That's all there is in international football for today. And then tomorrow, you will see the games that you are interested in. The one that everybody wants to see, Nigeria playing against Libya. That game, Nigeria, Libya. It's 5 o'clock. For those of you who are asking, tomorrow we'll talk about it anyway. But there are lots of games in the African qualifiers tomorrow. So when tomorrow comes, we will be here to talk about it. Now let's come back to the comment section and get your feel, your voice, your views on matters arising on this one. I'm talking about insurance and landed property. Why don't we do the proper documentations and all that? So there's this duplex, like 3 duplex that a friend of mine built, and he asked me to sell it. Okay, and then another guy also asked me that, oh, guy, if you help me get buyers for this property. So I said, what's the paper? What's the document on it? Say no document. The person buy it now. I said, guy, I don't know if he said that one. But the other guy have governor's consent, which is very good, right? So I was not telling him, I said, look at owning his property now. It's government consent. Why you not go? Guy said, oh boy, all this stress, I beg, I don't feel. Some people just do it out of laziness. Not like they don't have the money. They have the money, but they're just lazy from doing it. But then I want to know from you people, insurance, why don't you people like insurance? Why don't you people like to do this? I know this one got people to talk. Sure. Many people don't know this is why they talk. So almost everybody will they guilty of us. So they're not gonna like talk about that. But let's start with this one. Mario Nathaniel says, I'm here early today. Mary, well done. The Olawa says it's usually difficult to break into the national team, especially when you have a favorite player ahead of you. Well, Watkins is young, so he can afford to wait for his time. Yeah, I agree. But when you have a favorite player ahead of you that is not injured, you're supposed to just be like the odds-on favorite to go take on the position because you're scoring, you're doing well, you're doing all you should do. Because sometimes you just start feeling, what again do I need to do to get my opportunity? Because all you're asking for is just give me a chance. Give me a chance. I'm not saying that, oh, it's my bet try, but just give me a chance. If the person who's playing there is not playing, why are you stepping midfielders into the position that I am supposed to take? And I'm in the national team. Why did you not invite me? Did you invite me to just come and train? Because these are the kind of things that made Ben White to say, you know what, more than not invite me again, beg. If not already make up on our mind on who go play and who not go play before the invitation, what am I coming to do in training? He's not start looking for things to disqualify me. No need. I'm not coming again. And I like that. Principle. Right? The last one just say, yes, it's very okay. I know that then just says, Watkins doesn't have much to do. It's just so difficult to bench Kane, who's the captain of the national team. That may create problems in the team. You need to understand. The question is not benching Kane. Nobody's even asking for that. When Kane is not available, like in today's game now, Kane is injured, he's not available. But they are still planning not to start him. It's going to be Watkins and it's going to be Jude Bellingham and Cole Palmer. Why then did you invite Watkins for the game? If he doesn't stand, if Harry Kane is around, okay, you are the alternate. We understand that. But now Harry Kane is not around. Is it not the time for the alternate to come in? If I'm the backup to you, if I'm your backup singer, yeah, I'm your body double. And then you're not available. Am I not supposed to just step into the plate and do the thing? If I can't, then there's a problem. Okay, that's why I see it. Okay, I don't know, but maybe I'm not saying it well. But let's see. The Olawa is Palmer and Bellingham starting would be an interesting thing to watch. But truly, this would have been the best time to have Watkins in. That's also what I thought. Like, he should be given a chance. Sometimes these coaches just, do some funny things. And I'm like, okay, yes, your choice of John Stones as a captain, even though he's a gentleman, is okay. It's no problem with that. But not, thinking that you're not going to play. This is Greece. It's not as if you're playing against France, Germany, some very tough teams. And even if you're playing against tough teams, let's be honest. Are you saying Watkins can't play against those teams? I know that Yodeji says against Greece, Watkins should start since he makes runs. We saw it in the World Cup with the pass from Palmer. Okay. So Olumo Bajide says, Babala, good morning. Sorry, we couldn't be part of this lovely family. Na farm work. Harvest is always very strenuous time for the season. I miss you and the family. But I mean, harvest, no matter how strenuous it is, it means that your fowl don't lay egg and the egg don't hatch elephant, because that's what it means. It's backbreaking, it's painful, but you're closer to the goal now. You harvest, you know that you're going to sell now. Cash is going to come, change is going to be in the account, and then you prepare for another farming season. I think that the whole goal of farming is to reach harvest season. Maybe I'm wrong, or correct me if I'm wrong. Yesterday I went to go get some very good sand mixed with manure that I want to use to plant my own tomato. I'm not doing GMO. I'm just planting my own pepper and tomato. I'm planting it for fun, to show my children how to plant. But one thing leads to the other. We'll go shop them. We'll go shop them. I'm just trying to teach them, like, okay, this is how you plant. You can plant with water bottle water container. Just use the small space that you have. All this plastic bucket, use them to plant, and this is how it will turn out to be. I just think that my kids are becoming too boys. They talk too much tech. It's annoying me sometimes. Everything about them is tech, programming, this one, that one. I want local children too. I want them to be local a bit. I'm not saying, so I'm not against that, thinking about tech and all that. But it's getting like annoying from morning till night. If we sit together, Tega is all about cars. Okay, it's all about cars. By the sound, if it's backing the TV and the car is revving, it can tell you what car that is and what year it's made. I don't understand how. I'm not the one that taught him. Even me don't have that kind of understanding of cars. Like he understands cars. Saying it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but the boy, so it's like that operation that they did on his brain. Something happened. One Discovery Channel of cars, they open up for a brain. Everything they buy is Ferrari. Like it was. So it was saying, say that's a Ferrari Aventador. I don't know that. I just know Ferrari finish. The only Ferrari I even know is Ferrari Contact, and that's because of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I went to go and really research that car. Other than that, this is Lamborghini. This one. This is somebody draw a straight line on the YouTube channel, just a straight line, and put a little bit of curve, and he said that's a Mercedes Benz. And I said, how did you know? So look at it now. And then he finished the drawing. It's actually a Mercedes Benz. How does he know these things? But other than that, they should also have other skills, basic local skill. How to plant something, how to mix manure, how to do. That's all those simple, basic things that children are supposed to know to survive. Just in case you go to the village. One day, maybe there is a tech apocalypse and they will have to go stay in the forest. My children are not going to be farm to survive first. I wish I could take them on a fishing boat and go show them how to fish. I learned it myself, but I wish I could take them how to. My own is because of where I used to stay. I used to stay in one place called Morogo side to sit on top of all those barges where they don't spoil. Or just sit there, passing time. People bath. You see people shit, they float, they pass water. Morogo water side. You just hold the hook like that, and then you just. I know how to do that hook thing or that line and everything. Do it. Put sippers, cut sippers, use it to as the floater, and then put the hook, put shikoku. Everybody have a can, pomade container or grease container that you've washed, that all those old blocks that is somewhere, you raise it up, there's shikoku. You know shikoku? Okay, they call it earthworm. There's earthworm underneath it. You scoop it out, you clean the sand off it, put it in your container like that. So when you go, you know the hook is like this. You put it and then you drip in the water. You see the thing bouncing. It's nice, it was a good experience growing up. Like I know all those things. I know my children, if I'm trying to explain it to them, they look at me like, what's this one saying? Like, what is what are you saying? That the yuck? Yeah, I tell my children about farming and fishing. Yuck, that's disgusting. That's too dirty. Yeah, don't worry. This weekend they would that their hand. They could dirty up. We would dirty it together. People say in Watkins' case, it's all about clout and the club is playing for. If Watkins is playing for shitty United, City, or Chelsea, do you think Lee can drop him to the bench? There's nothing Watkins can do here. Peter, I agree with you 100%, and which is not supposed to be. I thought that players are supposed to be invited based on their form and need. Now there is a need for a striker in the team. Harry Kane didn't do well in the last Euros. Now he's not available. This is the time to now put another person in the front. Now for two reasons. One, let's say Watkins play these two games that they're playing and he scores 3 goals, for instance. That's a competition to Harry Kane, whether you like it or not. But the fact that Harry Kane have this confidence of, even if I no play, nobody's going to take my place. There is this small, subtle confidence of, forget nobody. No, there's nobody there. That's why, like, Osimhen is not playing for the Super Eagles now. I don't have anything against him, but I'm just going to say this: if the people where they put in charge to play against Libya not deliver, let's say, I don't want to just it, but let's say hypothetically we lose those 2 games because we were not able to score. No, that's not good. Let's say we win in Nigeria and then we lose away, but we win 1-0 and we struggle. Maybe the goal came off a penalty, through second goal and score. The strikers were wasting chances. They were not. They're fluffing their lines and all that. Everybody's like, oh, that's why we miss Osimhen. If now Osimhen day now, oh God, Osimhen don't do this, Osimhen don't do that. But what that does is it creates complacency because the man feels, forget I'm untouchable. it's good to have a sense of invisibility. I have it, that aura of invisibility, knowing that, look, I don't care who is there. He put me in front of that microphone, I go knock everybody down. But it is also still good to know that these guys are your competition. Or they are working hard to knock you off. So you have to stay on your toes. And I think that that's what England should have done. But hey, that may maybe Lee get a job. Shawalo Babajide says, Baba, national team matter, plenty dynamics play out, and the most time is who the coach is comfortable working with. They don't invite me if you're not comfortable working with me. And an unwritten rule that is passed from one coach to another. Abi, now everything is going tech now. Baba now. So Papa, they take the old for in picking eyes. If you tell kids about farming now, it's like suffer to them, but they will still have to eat. That's the funny thing. I'm not against tech. I've always been tech driven. I've always believed in tech, but my own thing is farming to me is survival skills. You see, it's the oldest survival skill in the world, and I think that while we're all going tech and loving tech, which is good, I mean the tech space too, we should not forget some basic things. My children should not forget how to, roll up a tissue paper flat, put pepper seed, spray ashes on it, wrap it there, cover it, keep it for some time, grow, put it on small can, watch it grow for like 15 to 19 or 20 days, transplant it to a bigger container, and watch it bear fruit. That I want, it's like, if I have the space, my wife doesn't like dog, I would have breeded dog too. Watch them, okay, this is how you water your plant, this is what you do, you don't overflow it with water. Just having that knowledge, I think it's something good. That's why I was telling my wife the other day that I want to put a little tank here and do fish farming. Not for commercial purpose, just for eating. But the most important thing is for these kids to know how to go from fingerlings to table size catfish or tilapia or whatever. They should just have an idea of it and get something that keeps them outdoor. So the outdoor should not just be about cars. Oh, I'm going to do my evening walk and all that. I just want them. You never can tell. At the end of the day, if we pull them too much on tech, 10, 20 years from now, they will still see me as a failed father that I did not expose them to this thing that I could have done. So I'm trying my best to see if I can, do whatever I can do. Tosin Lima, they say, Omo, I fish growing up too. We use a Dunlop on the fishing line, correct, to serve as indicator. The moment the Dunlop sinks, a fish has been caught. Yes. So Ali Babajide says, I saw one of your daughter on your TikTok. Baba, you did try. They are reflecting your investment on them. Haruki, that's my only daughter anyway. That's my only biological daughter. But I have quite a lot of daughters, like people that have adopted me. In those days, like you will go adopt people. This one, people. I want to be your daughter. I just want to be called your daughter. Okay, no problem. Let's go. Tosilema, they say even hunt for the frog or toad in the river as well. I've never liked frog. Like, okay, so there was a time where I was catching frog just to punish them. So I have this animal creative people will see this thing. I didn't get out. So I have this thing about me back in the day, social experiment where that cockroach, if you catch a live cockroach and put it in like a Ragolis container, if you want all the cockroach in this neighborhood now to come and die, put one live cockroach inside a Ragolis container or a transparent nylon. But maybe they're alive. All the cockroach in this neighborhood, they will do 911 call. They will come to come rescue that one. As they're coming, you're killing them. But leave that one in the container to be alive. That's how they'll come. We did all that. Catch frog and put them inside. You know that thing they talk about frog that they can jump out to, but if you put them inside a hot pan, they will be dead till they die. They will not jump. And they have the capacity to jump. We did all those experiments. But growing up, once you say anything in school, I don't know about Lagos, how you guys grew up in Lagos, but growing up in Warri, anything a teacher says that is not like written in that textbook, we are going to experiment it. We need to prove that you are wrong. the whole life that we lived growing up was to prove that people were wrong. No, you can't just say something or just believe it. No. As I growing up, if you go to church in Lagos and you go to church in Warri, you will know two different God. The person who go to church in Warri and the person who go to church in Lagos, the God who are two serve now two different God. We were in church one day, Assemblies of God. One Pastor Shuruku, they brought him from the north to come and be assistant pastor. He don't know, say for Warri that the opposed pastor. He comes from Rankadede environment where you are loyal, like once pastor talk, it's law. So the guy just came and he said, this was his word though. He said, which was harder, Adam's creation or the birth of Jesus? My hand went up. He said, it's an automatic thing. The hand just went up like this. And he said, oh, Brother Matthew. I said, church, now everybody's brother this, sister, that. I said, Adam. He said, no. But you could see where it's coming from was from the fear of Jesus. He wasn't speaking fact. He said, no, you can't say that. I know, it's Jesus. This immaculate conception. I live, if a person want to fool himself, you will leave and use rope, tie himself. This immaculate conception, blah, 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 talk finish. That's it, pastor. If they're no writer for Bible, if now this church now, one of these guests come say, angel, God give a belly, you go accept them. You think say that era, anybody for that place agree saying that God impregnates? I said, do you understand? Do you understand the context of this Bible they talk? 400 years, there was no thus says the Lord. All of a sudden, one guy just show up, say God give a belly. You the reason. I said, but Adam and Eve are the only people in history from the Bible where would they read, even though there were other people, but their history not in the Bible. People of Nod, because let's not even talk about that. I said, but Adam and Eve are the only human being in this whole world that were created. Every other person, they born them. Even the Jesus, so when you talk, they born them. They breastfeed them. He gets shadowed. Adam and Eve, they be adult from day one. Do you know how crazy that is? They didn't grow. They didn't pass. They don't suck breast. They don't pass through childhood. They don't learn how to sit, how to crawl, how to walk. They just come up gidigba, adult. No childhood. And then you are owing those people accountable. No teacher, nothing. They just come, carry the responsibility, carry the weight of the world on their shoulder, name all the animal, name all the this. I said, Jesus na shy play now. Jesus na picking away the born out of wedlock now. So what are you saying? Like, it's not new. It's not what happened with Jesus is not new. It's a regular thing. But Adam and Eve, the pastor confused though. Like, how pastor they feel like saying that they know that they hear from God. So who be this small boy? And he's new in the neighborhood. Who's this small boy with a former hand like this? Because now it's hard for him to continue to argue because my position, and worry children, as one person don't talk, the others don't. Not true. I pass you fall your hand for this one. And it was crazy. It was really crazy. And we had a lot of things like that. Take for instance, that scripture for Bible, they say, they slap you on this cheek, talk the other cheek. No, don't preach that in Worry. The pastor, if you get sense, that place, editor for your Bible. Nah. You can't preach it in my neighborhood because first of all, my neighborhood is a violent neighborhood. The one who they like that place where it says violent take it by force. Oh God, that's the best scripture ever written in the Bible. Because Bible is suitable for different environments. Like Banana Island and Ikoyi, if you turn the other cheek, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. But you see that turn the other cheek, not before the area where I grew up. That's not they go there. If you go preach that kind of thing, say turn the other cheek, because somebody could practically wait for you after church, give you big slap, wait for you, may turn the other cheek. That's the way it work. We take things literally, so as in the teachers that will use it to experimental. But let's go back to your comment. Olafat says, "Good morning, boss. Good morning to you. I think it's the absence of." It's the absence of Decore, Douglas, and Moreno that's affecting Watkins. It's making him not effect because McGinn needs to drop to midfield rather than the wing. Okay. It's a Cash is being put at left back, a player that's right-footed, and Onana isn't giving that Douglas Lewis attribute where he can't make a pass to save his life. So it's another system involving new players. No, I agree that Everton, that's Aston Villa problem. I'm talking of the English national team. Like, why is he not starting? Why are we hearing that they are not going to start him tonight against Greece? Now they say Greece now one kind of big team, right? The other one you say, while I was in the boarding, we all had lands where we found, whether you are from a rich home or not, some of the produce is what our chef cooked for us for meal time. But nowadays, you know why this harvest is unique to me. There was drought that made several farmers bankrupt. It was only my field that survived the drought. My harvest this year is named God's Mercy. Okay, that's good. Arole Ayodeji says it's easier to bench Watkins than to bench Bellingham. The press would be on his ass. He needs Palmer because of his creativity. Really? I make English coaches know they survive now. No sabi work. Olavan say, for me, as the England's coach, I won't start two of Bellingham and Palmer because there will be no connection from the defense to midfield and midfield to attack. This is what I saw in the Euro. So Olavan say, when you start that homestead fish farm, they will love with it. They'll fall in love with it. That's what I guess what you want to say. It helps them to have an ability to start an endeavor and see it through to the end because you have inculcated perseverance in there. That's exactly why I want to do the farming. Nothing else. Like, they should watch something grow. Like, okay, I'll call them, you put this one for you. This one is your own. If it dies, you're responsible for it. You have this one, this pepper, this ball pepper that you're planting. You're the owner. It is up to you to see the volume of water that you put. This sand, this is not just regular, this is planted sand, this is manure. We've mixed it together, right? This is compost. So I've gotten compost, I've gotten sand, I've gotten manure. We mix them together. All those things were the teachers for agri science. Remember that year? We'll put them to practice because all they come back was everything is about tech, coding, this one, that one. I said, oh, now I'll be Yahoo boys and Yahoo girl. I don't understand everything coding every day. Speak French language, speak Spanish. My son speaks Spanish, French, German, Portuguese. It good though, not be saying not good though. Plus the Duolingo. One day 160 something streak, unbreaking streak. I said I don't blame me. I mean they pay for internet. I don't blame you at all. If my house will call, get streak. But I think I need to find a way to make them domesticated. They are too. Yeah. I believe they are Jabones. I don't like them, and I mean Kosamo, but I don't like them again. So it's too much. Speak too much English in this house. Should stop it. Should be normal children. Where did I stop? Okay, like I said, for me as the England coach, I won't start. Okay, I think I've read that one. I have the line where you say you don't pinch pastor for where he pay Jonathan language now you don't use so. Olavan said the likes of Bellingham, Palmer, and Gordon, okay, makes the team vulnerable, not by tracking back, which they need. Yes, they can do the ball carrying, but Rice is carrying the ball too, and that shrinks the midfield. I agree with you on that one. I just don't think that an England team that does not have Harry Kane should just go without Watkins. Watkins is a player. One, he knows how to score the goals. He knows how to make that run behind the defense. He could. I mean, this is the kind of game where you say, okay, you have passers of the ball. Oh yeah, pass the ball to his path, and then let's see what happens. But hey, we'll see, Sha. I like watch the game tonight, Sha. I hate watching England game. England is one national team. Since the exit of David Beckham, I don't watch England national team. But for analysis sake, I like watch the game tonight and see what I can say if my internet is good, because I've noticed this. I don't know if anybody's noticed it. In the evening, MTN internet just goes off, like goes terrible. But we'll see how it goes, Sha. So Oliver just says that is why Adam no get street sense, and the serpent could run them, and they couldn't read between the lines of his flows. I don't believe that story of serpent, Sha. I don't believe that story. That story does not. That story creates foolishness in Christianity, in the whole Christian story. It don't make sense. That story does not make sense. I don't know right about the Bible, but that's like the number story, the number sheet anybody is written. I think that those stories is what put gap in making people question this whole God story thing, because it does not make sense. Let's face it. It doesn't make sense. I don't know what says the stories on insurance company haven't been the best when it comes to claiming compensation. It is the companies also need to bring down their monthly subscription to make it attractive for customers. Is it monthly or yearly? For cars not yearly. I don't know. I know many people that have been paid like brand new car. My friend bought a car for his wife. Let me tell you how that worked. Bought the car, took the car first to insurance. For insurance registration, they did everything. Now they took the car, like they took delivery of the car today, like on the Wednesday. On Sunday, he went to church, coming back, they rammed them. This Dangote truck rammed them. Within 3 weeks, they bring the the same car where they get brand new, and they give them. So, and I've seen many people, like, I mean, when I was in Brilla, when I was going to work one morning with some drunk drivers on Salah come hit my car, some assault over. Now, insurance fixable. Every couple, about 270 something K. Now, insurance, I just took it to the mechanic. I go live my life. They go. When the car was ready, the driver come my house. Car was clean, as good as new. Nothing consigned, nothing come out of my pocket. So sometimes I don't know. The last one say, hello, at normal children, it's the time we are in, so take this, okay? Olafat says, I feel Carson is trying to use Lee Carsley, that's what he's saying. He's trying to use his loyalists from the under 21 days. He's had trust in Gordon and trying to skill in Palmer and Bellingham to accommodate Angel Gomez, who might be supporting Rice. Whatever it is, but the team still needs a striker. Finally on the show today, Olafat says, I feel he wants to secure the job with his loyalists first before now experimenting, but why don't I stress the opponent with the pace and bring in Watkins when they are tired and cause damages? Well, it might be a point. That's why I want to watch the game to judge on my own, see the loopholes if internet allows me. So Olumo Bajide says, Baba, insurance in Nigeria now wash. It's just a few insurance company that are true to their words. No, it's everywhere. It's everywhere in the world. It's everywhere. Why do you think that abroad people go to court against insurance company? Insurance is the same all over the world. But let's start with those few that are doing well first. You know, I hear people say this all the time. Well, insurance now wash. Let me give you a good example. Few years ago, 2 years ago now, almost 2 years now, we started a cooperative, right? Because I had like this group of people who were just fans of this brand, supporting the brand, and I was like, a time is going to come where this is going to, I just thought in my head, a time is going to come where this is going to be a problem because we're going to be very big and we're not going to be able to, we don't have the tentacles, the octopus hand to reach everybody. And some people just be in one corner like, oh, now we support this guy, now we make this guy big, he don't forget us. So you know what? I created a cooperative and I reached out to everybody. They join the cooperative, contribute, 5K every week to allow everybody be able to be part of it. And the saving period is a 10 years period. The reason for that is that it is hard for people to save money in their bank. Something will always come that will make you use it. So just put that one there. We did all the normal. So it's not Osusu. It's not MMA. It's not, contribute this month, you collect that month. No, not that kind of nonsense. Because somebody will call that. Somebody will travel. We did all the normal, proper naming, registration, paperwork, everything, right? Have a BOT, board of trustees, have an executive team running it, right? But then when I reach out to me, come and join this cooperative. It's a cooperative. Try and remember this thing. It's a cooperative. Some people who were always telling me, let's do hangout, let's meet, let's hang out and drink and groove, were no longer interested, right? It's like, this cooperative, 10 years in a long time. Do you know that, like play, in 3 years' time, it will be 10 years since I started this project. So I like this Elevated TV project. So I was like, 10 years go reach just now. Those people who have been religiously contributing that 5K every week might end up picking up 10 million naira at the end of that 10 years. Now, I agree that 10 million naira might not mean anything in that 10 years period, but look at it from this angle. They also would not have had 10 million naira in their bank account in that 10 years. They would not have had it. So to have that one, it might not buy them a house or buy them a car, but it could start them on a small business, and then they can grow it from there and then continue again. So sometimes this if anything in Nigeria, now watch, now they kill people. When they were selling land and telling people come and buy land in this whole axis, people are but now watch. Many people said that, but many people bought. See now who get house and see who's homeless, who is still paying rent. So it's one of those things that I always say that if you have the means to do your insurance premium, do it, and create a culture of always thinking that you should do this thing, you should do them right. It's more important than say, oh, now watch, go happen. That's for me. That's my own take of it. Well, we're one on the dot already, so thank you very much for today's show. I know that because the topic was too complicated or probably too advanced, a lot of you guys couldn't get in on it. But man, these are some of the things that we will need to always discuss because it's important if we want to change the society that we live in. Somebody asked me a message the other day that I said I would build a hospital. Why would somebody like me, who is grounded in sports, take the money that I make talking sports to go build a hospital? It was strange. That question was strange. You know why it was strange? Even sports people needs to go to the hospital, right? And I think that healthcare is good. But it doesn't seem like that. It was arguing back and forth. The conversation was very long. But that's what I said. You should have started football academy instead. I said, no, I can't start a football academy. I've done that before, and I know all the pitfalls. I do not have what it takes. But I can actually invest in a football academy or a football club, like maybe by 1%, 2%. There's a club. Ijele Football Club is selling 1% for 20 million. If I have 20 million, I'll just buy it and leave it there. So that anytime they sell a player, 1% of the money that comes to them comes to my account. It's fine for me. If I have 100 million, I'll buy 5%. Maybe one for my three children have 1% of the club. My wife have one. Me, I have one. While we're doing our business, but I don't have that money right now. But somebody already thinks that, oh God, you cannot take money you make from talking football to go and build a hospital. Why do you want to build a hospital? And the way you even said it, you're not the one that will run it. What's that? It's not good. So all of Bajide says, can we still do that? Our cooperative stuff you mentioned is already running. The cooperative stuff is already running. You can join. Yeah. You say it will make sense. So you can join. The cooperative is already running with the people who bought into it, and it's already running. It's going very well. It's doing well. So it's one of those things that you always think that, okay, let's do this thing to change society. But people, that's why I always say that if you call 200 of your friends to come drink with you, they will turn up. If you call 200 of your friends to come do business with you, maybe only 2 or 3 will turn up. Why are we like that? It's a black people thing. There's a white guy's podcast that I always listen. It's not a podcast. It's social media anyway. It's always on Twitter, on TikTok, putting out things. And he will always say something like, the problem with black people he's a white guy. He said the thing with white people is a white man would rather carry $1 million in a nylon bag and go and wear a jean. And he gave a good example of country musicians. That look at country musicians. They are richer than all the rap artists, but they always look like they're poor. One straw hat or bowler hat, one jeans shirt, one jeans trouser. If they buy a horse, they're fine. They have a ranch that can accommodate like 1,000 black musical artists. But you see one musical artist have on his neck $10 million worth of chains. On his leg, all those things is showing wealth. Everywhere is going. But by the time one small storm happens, he's broke. But the white guy is not like that. Rather, he's building generational wealth. He's expanding. He's building network and circles and all that. But for black people, let me show that I'm richer than you. Let me oppress you. And it's very, very strange. Okay, it's very strange when you look that's the culture that we have. Let me talk about this farming before I go. This farming thing. Somebody saw me gathering compost. So there's a Celestial church in my neighborhood. They bought like 4 cows when they wanted to do that. 3 weeks ago, they want to do their harvest. So I went there to go and pack the poop. and put it in my car and drove it. And one guy saw me like, you guys are bros, you they work for the estate, now you they do sanitation, I owe you. I said, no, I'm packing the compost for farming. I want to farm. He said, for that you find place, so you won't go farm, you want to do local farming. Now, wow, bros. I local now, I no good now. This guy, they squat with somebody, not get household. You know the parents self. He dey squat with somebody where is senior. His wife and picking day for Benin in the Lagos. He not get money to rent a apartment. I know the mock but I'm just giving you how people show that they day very high. Now it thinks that farming is bad, but he eats every day. Does he think that food that the press button, the food will just come from work or na manna they fall from heaven? But that's how a lot of people think. Like, I'm watching the starting five and I'm looking and so two guys came to visit me yesterday when we started watching the starting five basketball. LeBron James, Jim Butler, Jason Tatum, and the rest of them. We're just watching them. And one of the guy we follow, so somebody came to visit me, so he came with a friend. And the guy was like, hi man, are the kind of life I want to live with this. You know, those kind of things irritate me. Now I say, how old are you now? He said he's 29 years old. I said, are you through with school? He said, yes. Where are you working? What do you have any tech startup that you're doing anything? He said, no, they still look for a job. And I say, I know they swear for you. You see this LeBron life, it don't pass you, you're not going to live on. It's not a miracle that's going to make you live your life. So shut up and focus on what you have here. Please. Even if you do Yahoo, you're not going to fit. Politics, you're not going to figure enter politics, may rise up to the level of them Tinubu, because you have to be on Tinubu level to live this type of life. Because I just saw LeBron James driving on his mailbag and singing. I mean, you can watch starting five on Netflix. You understand what I'm saying? That scene where he got on his mailbag and he was driving, they showed you the mailbag sign, and then they showed him inside the car. He was singing to Jay-Z song, and the guy was just, this is me, this is my kind of life. Like, so this fool. You don't wish wet upon yourself. You work for it. You set a plan and you go on it aggressively. You know they do anything. They follow person. They run around. They shout my chairman. And so you want to more people. That's who we are. That's how the black culture is, and it has to change because we'll complain. Nothing will change until we start doing those small basic things, creating social infrastructure, physical infrastructure. Social capital that makes people come together. I told a friend, I said, the reason why I invite you to join this cooperative is not that, at the end of the day, you not get money, you get better money, you can put 10 million at once. But you see, people like you joining in also give it value. But beyond the value is the fact that you cannot meet people who, in 10 years' time, if you want to go into big, large-scale farming, you can see 5 people who are also interested, or 10 people, and you put your 10 million together, you put it together, you can do big farming. Multiple type of farming, from fish farming to vegetation to egg, chicken, and the rest of them. And she was like, oh, okay, that's a good idea. Sometimes, but people don't think like that. Like, today, low one bell, let's go party. And let me not spend too much time. I have other things to do. So Baba say it will make sense. So Ekene Kunefe says, Baba, I want to join. And send me message in my DM. Choose Adigwe, you know what, you know how to reach me. Get out. Babajide Saolu say, stuff you mentioned happened to me. I entered a place within last week. The way the staff related to me was demeaning. But when their boss came and was ushering me using sir, grammar change, just cause I know, man, it's a common thing in Nigeria. I mean, I get that. Somebody, I snapped a picture. I was in Uyo with this phone, right? So I went to Uyo with this phone. The screen is broken, and the person doesn't know me, but he just looked at me like, "Oh, this one." So I think later one guy answered, "That's a that field. That's elevated. That's elevated that I was telling you about." The guy came out. I said, "Not you." They talk to me like, say, I'll be upcoming just a few minutes ago. Why? He said, Baba, no, that's I see your phone. Your phone done broke. You do like this. I said, okay. And I came here with a staff of 8 people now. They pay accommodation, feeding, and fly them. Come here. You, wait, enter night bus, come here. They look me because of a broken phone. It's a black man thing. And God will help us. But guys, if you, tomorrow, let's do more talking on some of that subjects. But right now, I need to run. I've got a meeting to attend with YouTube people. If I fail I get penalties. So my name still is Edafe Matches. So you're going to love to come in the on the sports. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.